me tell y'all something. Straight up, Jason and me, we the best gay singers and dancers in the whole flat earth scene. No contest. All them other preachers just sit in front of a webcam looking stiff like cardboard. But us, we bring the fire, we bring the hips, we bring the sweat. Remember this. You can mock us, you can laugh at us, but you can't out-sing us, you can't out-dance us, and you sure as hell can't beat Team Kawasaki. Jason holding the good book, holding the lube, and together we holding the crown as the gay kings of flat earth gospel, baby. Next big thing, our debut reggae track, Bible in the front, Vaseline behind. It ain't just a song, it's our damn lifestyle.
Jason and Ronnie, two corner boys, talk about the Lord, but sleep like toys. From square to oval, from Bible to oil, Team Kawasaki riding doggy style. Square earth gone, oval come fast. Jason bending Ronnie over Bible class, preaching four corners, holy disguise. But off camera it's four sweaty thighs. Got Bible in the front, Vaseline behind. Jason say God made 90 degrees. Ronnie on his knees saying, preach to me please. They say the map morph, it's holy, it's true. But morphing in bed is all that they do. Every live stream full of fake conviction. Bedroom after dark, full on friction. Two prophets, one bed, oily skin. Psalms on the wall, but sin deep within. Got Bible in the front, Vaseline behind. Square, earth, gone, oval come fast. Jason bending Ronnie over Bible class. From Team Kawasaki, preaching so proud, to Team Kawasaki, moaning out loud. Got Bible in the front, Vaseline behind. Corners of the earth, they scream on Zoom, but corners get spread wide open in the room. Switching positions like switching the map. Jason in the back yelling, mind the gap. Holy water, Vaseline jar. Flat earth gospel turned gay porn star. Singing about shapes while sucking on toes. Kawasaki riding where nobody knows. Got Bible in the front, Vaseline behind. They say God's word, but it's all pretend. One live stream start, one gangbang end. Oval earth wobbly, gospel's fake, but their asses clap harder than an earthquake. Vaseline behind. Bible in the front, Vaseline behind. Vaseline behind. Jason and Ronnie, Bible thumping, booty humping. From four corners to four positions. Team Kawasaki riding dirty.
I have a couple questions for you based on your video about me, for that 13-minute video.
Yeah.
On your map, which is a little bit hard to see, but it's kind of behind you there.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when the sun gets to the far right or the far left?
It starts over on the other side.
And it takes the sun 24 hours to get from one side to the other. And that's the way that this works.
It's like Pac-Man, but it's not Pac-Man. I think you can compare it with asteroids.
Call it asteroids. Call the map that we promote asteroids.
Right? And the fact that people can't understand how the edges wrap, you know, we can take you to a game that was created in the late 70s, 1980. Show you exactly how the boundaries are set. At whatever speed you cross the boundary, you come on the other side at the same speed. That's it. There's no morph, there's no jump, there's no anything. It's like walking through a Stargate. He's flying there now.
The map is almost all water, so the only way you're going to cross those parts of the boundary is by ship or airplane. Antarctica is the only landmass that allows traversing the boundary across land.
Asteroids and
asteroids.
And asteroids.
And then asteroids Call it asteroids. Asteroids. Asteroids.
Asteroids. Asteroids.
And I played asteroids.
The asteroids. The asteroids.
Call it asteroids. Call the map that we promote asteroids.
Even the bullets, right?
Yeah, everything. The angle,
Everything
the
matters.
velocity.
Okay, does everyone understand how that works? Boom. This is the only map that we can actually measure the sun's movements and the heavenly bodies.
So this is the only map that can measure the sun's movement and the heavenly bodies. If that was the only map, then how do you measure the sun's movement and heavenly bodies on your new map? Maybe it become time to delete all that invalid shit from your channel. I see you already deleted hundreds and hundreds of videos, but you should get rid of the rest also, clown.
And I've seen your map, are wondering right now why you're not showing your actual map.
This is what we're using. You can never get to a boundary.
Okay.
So there is no possibility of getting to a border.
The majority of the boundaries, they're all water, except for Antarctica.
I don't understand. You were talking about the map on the left. So Antarctica was not surrounded by the water on that map. So let's say it was not surrounded by water. On your new map, on the right, it's clearly surrounded by water. Let me get this clear in my head. On the left map, Antarctica is not surrounded by water. And on the right map, Antarctica is surrounded by water.
Moleweed, which has a little bit of distortion at the top. There is distortion out on the edges out here.
Oh, a couple of weeks ago in your debate with Duffy, you told him there was only a little bit distortion on the top. Now it's on the edges also, clown.
And our world has water all the way around the boundaries except for Antarctica. We have 24 lines of longitude coming together at the North Pole.
And south from the prime meridian, when you go to the South Pole, the lines deviate. And that is the total opposite of what your map is doing today.
As you can see, the latitudes get shorter as you go towards the South Pole.
I'm
so by
looking
taking
at-
advantage of going closer to the pole,
What the fuck? Is he saying a curved path is a shorter route than a straight path on a flat earth? What a fucking clown. So this green line is a shorter route, you want to say. What a fucking moron. So on a flat earth, the longer route is the shorter route. What a fucking moron. You have SketchUp, you can test it. Here, this line is 1 meter 53. And now I selected the curvy line, 173.
you can actually make a shorter route by this curved path than a direct path between the two places. You can never get to a boundary.
That's the only thing that changes when you cross that boundary.
Okay.
So there is no possibility of getting to a border.
Great explanation on how you can't get to a boundary. That is key.
That's the only thing that changes when you cross that boundary.
Jeez, what a clowns. So this old map have boundaries and borders, but this new map don't have any of that. For 7-8 years you push this map as our reality, and then suddenly nothing counts anymore. Your new map works totally different. You strawmanned the shit out of me when I pointed out flaws in your map. And now you just jump to another map No way. So you guys always claim victory after a debate. And now you are reviewing the debate with Duffy. Let's hear what you guys got to say.
So what I got from that, Jason, was you absolutely explained, right, how southern flights work on a flat plane perfectly.
Yeah, curved parts are way shorter than straight parts on a flat plane. What a fucking moron. Jesus Christ. Not even Duffy pointed you out on your nonsense. Let's wrap this Mercator map around the globe and see if this line become curvy. No, it's not a curved line. Only if you look from a different angle like this. Oh look. Crack. Lost in the ocean. So a straight line, not a curved line. Oopsie. So in both cases, flat or a ball, it's always a straight line.
You can actually make a shorter route by this curved path than a direct path between the two places. This would be from Sydney to Santiago.
Yep.
So that's a yep. I have no clue where this ID came from. I just modeled it up.
That's a globe map, by the way.
This is it on our projection.
The Mercator projection is the only map that you can wrap around the sphere. Let's see how a curved line looks like when we wrap it around the sphere. Oh, it still looks curvy. Both clowns taking the piss with us with this curvy shit.
Snickering snake oil salesman. And everybody outside of his echo chamber can see it.
Yeah, I can see it. You and Duffy are playing a game, you clowns. On a globe, this would be a straight line. It looks curvy because they want to depict the way the plane fly over the curve on a flat map. If you use Google Earth, the one with the globe, then you can see the same distance become a straight line. It's a little bit of trickery from Google to depict it like that. Here, it's just a straight path over the curve. A direct line. Yeah, now it looks like it's curvy. Because of perspective from another angle. Straight line. Not curvy at all.
And people were like, well, how does the edges work?
What takes place when something goes across one of the borders, what it does is it wraps around to the other side.
Right? And we tried to explain it to them, but now we finally found a way to virus into their minds that the edges wrap around, just like in the game, asteroids. So it's undebunkable, you guys on the other side of the screen. Like NASA, bring us whoever you want. Bring them. Hopefully Q&F doesn't show up now.
The only problem with our new map is that the asteroid idea no longer works because the map don't have borders and corners anymore. Because the borders are in the map now.
It doesn't have four corners. There's no corners on a circle.
There's no edge. There's no boundary, right? The boundaries are within the realm.
The four corners definitely delineates the outer perimeters.
Even those at the ends of the earth. We have all these references to the ends of the earth.
Hey Jason, do you understand our new map don't have ends of the earth anymore, like the Bible say?
Oh, shit. I never thought of that, Ronnie. Now we have to make up another lie to make it work. And I think our retarded subscribers don't even notice that we are full of shit. For years, we pushed to the biblical flat earth map to have teleporting borders and 90-degree corners. But we are going to tell our subscribers our new oval map have 90-degree corners.
That's not your projection.
Yes, it is.
That's not your projection.
Yes, it is.
That's not your projection.
Yes, it is.
One of those corners is 90 degrees.
Right? Four corners. It's a rectangle. It's the four corners of the earth, the four quarters of the earth. Real graphic map of reality with four corners.
Four corners like this.
Right? And then there's the four corners. So there's four sections to this flat realm. There's four corners. Are your four corners of the earth, you guys, for the four corners? From the four corners of the earth.
Four corners. One of the things that the scriptures say is that they're four corners. The corners of that square, each one of those corners is 90 degrees.
That's a globe map, by the way.
This is it on our projection.
Right? The earth has four corners.
Each one of those corners is 90 degrees.
Flat stationary plane with four corners in it, with angels guarding the path.
One with the biblical cosmology, the four corners. The corners of that square, each one of those corners is 90 degrees.
That's not your projection.
Yes, it is.
That's not your projection.
Yes, it is.
That's not your projection.
Yes, it is. This right here is the mole weed, which has a little bit of distortion at the top here. This is the closest thing that I can show you to it.
So the square map with 90-degree corners is not biblical anymore. Now we have some kind of round map. Well, in a way, that also fits your biblical flat earth. It is he who sits above the circle of the earth, and its inhabitants are like grasshoppers. Maybe you retards only have to change the word circle in oval or egg. Why are the fucking 90 degrees corners not important anymore, you fucking clowns?
How do you explain Earth having four corners, as the Bible repeatedly states?
The God you support is an homosexual.
Angle with four corners is us. You know, Earth being fixed and having four corners and that kind of stuff. But
Over again, that the earth has four corners.
come from the four corners of the earth to the promised land. No corners. But the four corners, if you have four corners, and it's four corners, if it's either a square or a rectangle, motionless plane with four corners, as the Bible describes it, four corners.
After scripture that says the earth has four corners. So it doesn't have four corners.
Doesn't have four corners.
It's ridiculous.
Then all of a sudden you get your four corners back.
With four corners. It has four corners.
From the four corners, select from the four corners, four corners. Immovable has four corners.
It has four corners at the edges. Four corners. Where are your corners on your AE map? It's four corners. The ends of the earth are four corners. Four corners on the
From the four corners of earth. There's a plane with four corners.
You can't have any corners on a sphere.
It does have four corners, just like the Bible says. Earth has four corners. That is biblical. And speedily, we know that the four corners, ends of the earth from its farthest corners. Earth has four corners. Upon the four corners, at the four corners, in the four corners of the earth.
To the four corners of the realm. To the corners of the earth.
It's got four corners. It's a stereographic map.
Ends of the earth. Does the earth have four corners?
Yes.
How can a circle have four corners?
How can a sphere have four corners? Jackass.
Oh, you took my... The scriptures say that the earth has four corners. 4 quarters of it can be sectioned off, right? A sphere has no corners. There's no end. There's no end. Constantly in the scriptures, the ends of the earth.
Freaking jackass.
Yeah, with 4 corners.
And that it's got 4 corners, fixed and immovable with 4 corners.
What our realm is made of, there's 4 corners. Dome, show me where the 4 corners are. The 4 corners of the earth. There's 4 corners, and the earth is fixed. The earth is stationary. This is the only map that we can actually measure the sun's movements and the heavenly bodies.
It also said it has 4 corners. Guess how many corners they have?
Go to the 4 corners of the realm. There's 4 corners. 4 corners, not a snow globe, domed AE map and model. It's a 4-cornered realm. Realm with 4 corners. 4 corners of earth.
Motionless, fixed, and has 4 corners.
What you actually get is corners of the earth now. We also have the 4 corners are fixed and immovable. From the 4 corners of the earth, talk about the corners. A lot of scriptures to talk about the corners. Ridiculous. Yeah, there's corners to earth like that, right? Oh, it's in the Bible. He's probably going to say the 4 corners of the earth.
4 corners, fixed and immovable.
The sun map. It doesn't have 4 corners. There's no corners on a circle. 4 corners of the earth.
Is a flat, motionless plane with 4 corners, as the Bible describes it. That the Bible is the words of the Creator. Yeah, 4 corners. Don't forget the 4 corners. That makes a big difference.
Corners.
I see 4 corners on it.
4 corners, it's a rectangle, right?
Rectangle.
An AE map pizza model thing is. 2. Earth has 4 corners. Flat plane that's fixed with 4 corners of earth. That stuff, the 4 corners of the earth. 4 corners. And he created it that way.
Angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth. 4 corners of the earth. Angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth.
The 4 corners of the earth now.
Then the corners of that square, each one of those corners is 90 degrees.
They're not going to show you that the earth has 4 corners. And 4 corners. The earth clearly has corners. Where are the corners? And the earth itself is flat, right? And it has borders, 4 corners. Earth from its 4 quarters, 4 corners, right? That's a rectangle or a square. The earth is flat, right? It has 4 corners. Corners to the earth that we stand upon. 4 corners of the sphere with 4 corners. A map that has 4 corners. 4 corners. Where's your 4 corners on your AE circle map? There aren't any.
You bring something to lube this thing, Ronnie? This is a present from Jake the asshole.
You mean Vaseline?
Yeah. Something to lube this giant penetrator. Here, Ronnie, put some Vaseline on it and warm it up for me.
Okay, Jason. I put penetrator in the Vaseline dispenser. Holy shit. I like the Vaseline machine, and I'm going to lube the penetrator some more.
Here, let me help you, Ronnie.
I'm on the road to nowhere, and I can outrun these clowns all day long. Come on inside me.
Hey, Ronnie, smell my finger.
What's that?
My asshole.
Got lost, Jake Doofus.
Here's the shape of the earth. Same boundaries as the tabernacle. From one side of the map to the other. The Father hath placed boundaries. Stuff is not complicated, okay? You're in a 3-dimensional place, right? There's left, right, up, and down, right? And it's a rectangle. A north, and east, a south, and a west. 4 points, 4 corners. To further the point, what happens when you actually cross the boundaries of the map?
That's nice, but the true projection of the coordinate system is actually an onion.
The reality that we're in, the looping boundaries, that you can loop in any spot on the edges of the boundaries, but we're going to get into that. I'm going way too far.
The next thing I'd like to address is traveling across the boundaries of the map. Works. If you have an observer that is going to travel across one of the boundaries, their circle of sight is moving towards the boundary and eventually will begin crossing and coming out the other side at the same latitude. With movement across the boundaries, I can show you how it works in a virtual reality, but there is no way to record and prove what is taking place. As far as boundaries are concerned, when you have a stereographic map that has 4 corners like this, That is why the moment I realized I was looking at a map of Earth that has 2 polar points and that the boundaries had to loop, that it made the most amount of sense to be the map of Earth.
There's the 4 corners. We are the only ones that showed if you want a ball Earth, you got to use this map. And a flat Earth, you have to use the map that we.
So
Still
he's
mocking it.
yeah, he's been saying Pac-Man and asteroids, trying to mock it. But looping is the term that I use.
Right? That our boundary, right? Our boundary is a rectangular. You can measure east, north, south, west. You get this boundary of a rectangle, and it's continuous.
But we know for a fact that Earth is not circular based on the sunrise and sunset angles.
Right. And then there's the 4 corners that we can reference. But no, Enoch doesn't talk about how we have an asteroid wrapping boundary.
The reality that we're in, the looping boundaries, that you can loop in any spot on the edges of the boundaries, but we're going to get into that. I'm going way too far. But thank you everyone for tuning in. Please, if you could just, we were the absolute only ones that said, hey, we live on a map that has 4 corners. When you get to the edges of this map, you pop up on the other side. Not a circle. It has 4 corners at the edges. 4 corners. Where are your corners on your AE map? See, this is the other thing that these witches and Satanists.
A boundary where the edges wrap, you just come back to the other side. They realize if they're intelligent enough that they're trapped here. Again, Jason didn't do this perfectly. We were just showing people the representation of what it would be. Now, these edges here wrap, right? When you travel to this side of the map, you come over on this side of the map. When you go around down here,
That's all, piece of shit.